Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today's lesson is again from Surah Al-Jasiyah, which is the 45th Surah of the Holy Quran. And the verse I've chosen is number 21. Let us ponder over these verses of the Holy Quran. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Am hasiballazina ishtarahu sayyi'ati an naj'alahum kallazina amanu wa amilus salihat sawa'an mahyahum wa mamatuhum sa'a ma yahkumun. Sadaqallahul Azim. Translation. Am hasiba allazina ashtarahu sayyi'at. Am hasiba. Do they think? Allazina ashtarahu sayyi'at. Those who do evil deeds. An naj'alahum kallazina amanu. That will reward them equally as those kallazina amanu wa amilus salihat, those who believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and do good deeds. Sawan, they're equal. Mahyahum, in their life, wa mamatuhum, and in their death. Sa'a ma yahkumun. Evil is their judgment. Sadaqallahul Azim. Now, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in this verse is those who do earn evil deeds are not equal to those who believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and do good amal in this world and the next. How can a God, a just God, judge between these groups and deal with them equally, reward with them equally? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, evil is the judgment. That is, the judgment is wrong. Allah will not reward the doers of good and the doers of evil deed the same. Let us sit back and think a little bit. Let us look at the life of the unbelievers. And the believers whose amals are not good. Almost everyone is in tension and depression. It is a rat race. Everyone trying to excel each other in wealth and possessions, in mutual boasting and rivalry. The institution of marriage is almost broken down, especially in the Western worlds. almost 1/3 of the marriages end up in divorces. The numbers of single mothers and unwanted children are increasing. There's killings of innocent persons. You see now and then an act of terrorism where the person killing does not know the person he has killed, and the person being killed does not know the reason he is being killed and the person who kills him. These are signs of Qiyamah, as has been predicted in the Hadith. The Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, said that before the advent of Qiyamah, there will be kharj, and more kharj. The Sahaba Ikram asked, Ya Rasulullah, O Prophet, peace be upon him, what is meant by kharj? He said, killing, and more killing. If you look on the other hand at the believers who do good amal, they trust Allah in their affairs and know that the outcome of everything is in Allah's hands. They have less tension. They have the shoulder of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to cry on and to beg Him for His mercy and help. They sleep well at night and are contented with qadr, which is destiny. If a disaster befalls them, they say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. To Allah we belong, and to Him is our return. The main thing is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised success to the believers in this world too. They have peace and harmony in their lives. They have respecting and loving wives and filial children. This is because they follow the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. Even in their battles, they have a promise of victory. If you've seen in the past, much fewer numbers have overcome far superior forces of the enemies. And this has happened also recently, and everyone is aware of them. In the next world, that is, once a person dies, he's already crossed into the next world. The punishment of the non-believers starts immediately after death. The punishment of the grave is very severe for the unbelievers. And what Allah has promised them is hell after the day of judgment. They'll be burned in hell. The drink will be boiling water and purulent or pus discharge. The food will be from the tree of Zaqqum, which grows at the bottom of hell and is very bitter to eat. and it does not fill the stomach. The inhabitants of hell, every time they try to get out of hell, they'll be pushed back again with iron hooks. In Surah Mulk, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلِلَّذِينَ كَفْرُوا بِرَبِّهِمْ عَذَابُ جَهَنَّمْ وَبِئْسَ الْمَصِيرُ. Those who unbelieve in the Lord, there's a punishment of hellfire, and it is a evil destination. That is, hell is an evil destination. When the إِذَا أُلْقُوا فِيهَا سَمِعُوا لَهَا شَهِيقًا وَهِيَ تَفُورُ. When they are thrown into the hell, they hear it roaring and seething with rage. تَكَادُ تَمَيَّزُ مِنَ الْغَيْظِ. It is almost bursting with anger. كُلَّمَا أُلْقِيَ فِيهَا فَوْجٌ سَأَلَهُمْ خَزَنَتُهَا أَلَمْ يَأْتِكُمْ نَذِيرٌ. Every time a group of them enters into the hell, the guardians of the hell ask them, did not messengers of Allah come to them to guide them? On the other hand, those who are believers and doers of good amal, the graves become a part of the garden of paradise. And after the day of judgment, there are two paradises. Zwat Afnan. These paradises are lush green. Fihima aynani tajriyan. There are springs of water flowing in them. Fihima min kulli fakihatin zawjan. And they find every fruit, every kind of fruit in pairs. Muttaqina ala furushim. Reclining, relaxing on thrones. Bita'inaha min istabrakin wa janal jannatayn dan. Reclining on thrones which have brocade of silk, and the fruits of Jannah hanging low. Then further on in the Surah Rahman, Allah Ta'ala again mentions about those, the other two Jannahs. Hal jazaul ihsana illa ihsan. Is the reward of doing good not only good? وَمِن دُونِهِمَا جَنَّتَانِ. There are two other Jannahs, muthammatan, which are again full of green foliage. Fiha aynani naddahatan. There are springs gushing forth. Fihima fakihatun wa nahlun wa ruman. In them there are fruits, dates and pomegranates. Fiina khairatun khisan. There are damsels, hurs, which is a reward to the believers. So definitely the outcome of the believers and the non-believers is not the same. This is what Allah Ta'ala is trying to tell us. And everyone should try the best to do the good deeds as much as possible and try to earn Jannah. Nobody is perfect. There are bound to be slips here and there. But if the weights of your good deeds are heavier than the weights of your bad deeds, inshallah, you will enter paradise. وَمَا عَلَيْنَا إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ الْمُبِينُ. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.